All right, welcome back. How did it go? You really want to make sure you have these three things filled in before you try to move on. Yes, I'm not giving you the answers. I want to see how you're doing on it. And if you're stumped, well, let's talk. That's why we're doing it this way this year, so that if you hit a stopping point, I'm free. I can come over. We can try to figure out how to get through these. I really wouldn't try to jump over to these problems if you can't figure these three out. If you can't figure these three out, this is going to be pretty tricky. Okay. So our classworky quiz thing, however we're going to define this, we're going to do this a lot this year. Here's what it's going to look like. The questions themselves will be usually on a separate document or maybe like this as part of the notes, right? So here's 5 questions all related to density. For me to collect those as this quiz, what I do is I set up a Google form. This is what it's going to look like, only we'll have the rest of the questions. And all it says is question 56. Now, the first time you see this, especially if you're just jumping around from assignments, you're not using the survival guides, you're going to say, what the heck does this mean? Question 56, what's this guy talking about? What I'm talking about is out of the notes right here. Question 56, what'd you get? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Question 57, what'd you get? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And so on and so on. Okay. So these 5 are going to be there. And then there's going to be a couple questions that are basically just like this, and maybe something that is just like one of these somehow. I'll make that very easy though. Okay. These 5 will be the tricky ones. So let's talk about them. What is the volume of liquid C? Let's using this up here. What is the volume of liquid C? It's actually pretty easy if you don't get distracted. 57, then the density of object A, which they actually list for you, they don't even make you calculate, is the same as what rock layer within the earth. And if you say, well, dude, I don't know. I know you don't know that yet. This is actually a reference table. So sometimes using these Regents questions, it's great because it's like exactly what we have to do, but sometimes they bring something that we haven't done yet. So marking period 4, we're going to have to worry about this crazy reference table. For today, all you got to do is say density-wise, where does it fall? Is it 2.7, 3.0, in between those, in between those, in between those? So you can either pull up your real reference tables like you should know how to, or I copied one little clip of it right there. And if you can't see it too small, then zoom in. So yeah, that's that. Volume of object D. You're going to have to think about it. He gave you mass, gave you density. Can you figure out the volume? Yes, you can, because you have an equation. And yes, you can, because you've practiced how to do it right there. What is the volume? Sorry, what 2 substances can be made of the same material? That's going way back up to the first section of notes whenever you did that. Hey, if I take something and break it in half, this piece of galena, the density of this piece and the density of this piece remain the same. So whatever a thing is, galena has that density. All the pieces of galena have that density. Could you use that to figure out which of these are the same? We will see. And now the idea of layering, that more dense things sink, less dense things rise. If you can do that with water, liquid C, and all these objects, figure it out. You'll be in great shape. Okay. So again, you'll plug those 5 answers into a Google form that will kind of look like this. Then there's like a few more questions to make it up to 10 points. And you're off and running. Then it's going to be lab time. So great job, folks. Looks like I need to fix something. Hopefully this works. Good luck.